Great. Okay. Um, Hello, Dr. Hassan, for agreeing to come to this meeting. I am Dr. Arora from ZincIT, and happy to talk about your product more.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Arora. Yes, as you have seen, we've tested and basically we think that there's a good possibility that this compound that I've created can be even more helpful than just a health supplement, as has already been discussed. So it can bring a lot of benefits for people. So, and I'm very interested in that part, in the sense that yes, it's nice that I can get the patent sold for the just to do it, but of course I would love that it would be FDA approved and can help in the end, because that's why I do what I do: study, research, and investigate all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's very great, and yeah, I think you are in right hands here, is because we at ZincIT has the experience of getting through the FDA, so we know how complicated it can get there, and we had past approvals, so we have a good history of approval. So I think there is a synergy here that we can help you take your product to the market and as an approved medicine. As you know that these drugs have a high chance of failure, and there is of course a risk associated with that, but seeing the market capital which this product can get, which is roughly around 120 millions in profits, I think it's worth a go. We believe that there is a 10% approval chance for this product. In our previous discussions, we have already offered you 5 options and the proposed plans from where we can start. And I think, to be fair, I would like to be a bit generous here from our representative when we had these internal meetings. And I think we can start with an option D, if you prefer to discuss that more, which is a 70 million upfront payment. And on top of it, if we get the FDA approval, we can start with a bonus of 15 million, sorry.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Well, Sumit, I think you guys are fantastic from what I heard, and of course I have my discussion. I've done my numbers
Yeah.
of these things, and I'm also very interested that it works for you guys. I know in our test we saw better results, but I also know the market and everything. And so for me, if I know that I also agree that it's important that your possible earning amount is good enough, or else it's not good for you and not good for anyone.
Yeah.
And let me think a little bit about it. 1 second. And no, I am. I think I can agree with option D.
Okay.
I think I like option D, and of course I share part of my already. If somebody would say, well, but he already had 20 from the other ones, but I do understand, and there's some part inside me that those 3 million is not going to change much if the drug doesn't help people, and that's not happening unless someone takes the risk, and you're taking the risk, and I am also I would share a little bit of part of that risk. So
that's what we were thinking about, that we can because it's a benefit to both of us if the drug gets approved and there is a huge boost in the sales. So yeah, I think partly sharing of risk is fair, and we don't want to go down to 12 million because I think that's a bit unfair when we talked internally. So we settled, okay, the 17 is a good place to start with, and we have 15 million as a bonus if that gets approval. So you ultimately would end up with more of the money than if you go by the approval of a dietary route. And this will also help us to have a bit cost sharing in terms if we don't get the approval. So we would anyway have to spend $10 million And if we didn't get the approval, that would help us a little bit mitigating our costs. So I think 17 million is a good deal. So are you happy to take it then?
Yes, I'll take it. So
Okay, that's great. Then we shake hands on that.
yeah,
Okay, perfect.
okay,
Uh,
yeah. So I think we can stop now the recording if you want, and we
okay.
can do a debriefing, whatever you want.